Hey everybody, Shane Presley here with Rock Paper Podcast. I want to take a moment to say thank you for listening. Thanks for telling friends to listen, and appreciate all the continued support. Wanted to tell you about my friends over at Naked Vine, located in Chesterfield, Missouri, right off of Clarkson Road, and you can come by this week for some great live music from Thursday nights, kicking off their music the weekend. They do now a vinyl spin every Thursday night. Actually stopped by the last one. Had a lot of fun. They're doing a really cool thing over there. So if you're into vinyl, bring a couple records over, some of your favorites, and enjoy a glass of wine, whiskey, tequila, or a local craft beer as well. Enjoying one of your favorite records with them. Greg Kilma Trio will be out there. And on Saturday, February 1st, my friends, the Dead Roses, make their debut at Naked Vine. I will return to Naked Vine on February 11th for my next singer-songwriter storytelling showcase featuring Justin Johnson, Hal Pascal, and Stephen Woolley. And if you haven't been out yet, this is an intimate evening with three songwriters sitting on stools, sharing their stories behind all your favorite songs, and playing acoustic. It's a lot of fun. It's a listening room. So come on out. That's a $10 cover at the door, 7 p.m. start. Again, February 11th. So everything else at nakedvine.net. Be sure to follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, big thank you to Heil Sound for their support. Visit heilsound.com today and pick up yourself a new microphone. Also, I want to say big thanks to Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler for their support. You can find them located in Maplewood, Missouri, right off of Manchester. For all your beard products, you can get some beard oil, beard balm. You can find junk powder over there for, you can figure out what that one's for. And all kinds of other great products. So visit them at roughneckbeardcompany.com and shop 24/7 over there. You can use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off during checkout. So please get out and support local business. Support these wonderful people that are helping making this show possible. If you'd like a shirt or hat, or you just want to say hi, feel free to email me at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you guys. Again, thank you all for tuning in, and sit back, relax, enjoy the new episode. Have a great day, everybody.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
What's up, everybody? This is Jordan Suter. You're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with Jordan Suter.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
How you doing?
And special guest, returning guest, Kyle Ray.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back, man. I'm excited to be here, guys.
Yeah, man.
Too, likewise.
You want to move that just a little closer?
Yeah, get this up in here.
There we go. But yeah, man. So Jordan's got a brand new EP that just dropped a little bit ago.
Came out last week, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly when it actually.
Yeah, it's supposed to be January 10th, and then it was like a week after that. So whatever that is, January 17th, probably.
Gotta love the Spotify publishing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's awesome that we've got this out there now. We got physicals, we got of course digitally everywhere, and you're hitting the ground running, man. We got a lot of things happening for you coming up here soon. We're going to talk about and stuff. But anybody that's been listening to this show for a while, like this allows me a fun opportunity where we can sit and actually get to talk and get to meet, and that's the case today. And we've been friendly online for a while. You actually just came out to my show, Naked Vine, a little bit ago, and we got to talk and things. And,
Dope venue.
Yeah, man. But like I said, I don't know a whole lot about you, and that's what's fun about these kind of settings where I can actually get to know a little bit more about it. And so I know you're fairly new to town.
Yeah, I've been out here for like a little over 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
Moved out here. So I work in the crime lab. I'm a DNA analyst by day. So I moved out here for that job. And my first day at work was actually the day of the eclipse, August 21st,
yeah.
2017. Really? Yeah. So that's what brought me out here. And then everything kind of slowed down. I was getting my master's and I was starting a new job and finding a place to live and everything. So once that all kind of slowed down and I got my life together, I started doing music again. I just started going to open mics, and that was like March last year. I kind of started doing it again, and then
What were some of the open mics that you hit besides,
I did Joni's, Gaslight, 1860s, and then there's another one. But I actually, like, the week before I went to open mics, I, like, went to the open mics to see what they were all about.
Yeah, just attended.
I made a
open mic.
way bigger deal out of it than I needed to. I was I was all nervous, and I like had my stuff, but yeah, I don't know. That's just one of the things that's just how it goes.
Sure.
Getting back into
totally.
music,
Yeah,
like,
to anybody just getting started, I feel like it's one of those things where it's never going to, it's never going to, you're always going to get butterflies, even if you're only playing for 3 people who don't know who you are,
But no, and then, I played Gaslight, and I met Gavin. Gavin was the host of that particular open mic night.
Oh, Gavin McNutt.
Yeah, Gavin M.
You mean
Go vote.
You mean from the Grammys?
Yeah, dude, that's killer, right?
Yeah. So he introduced me then to JB, and then it's all just kind of.
It happened so fast for Jordan, man. Like, it's like I'm blessed to be in a band with the guy, dude. Because it's like it was like the first time I had met him was whenever they asked me to come play with him, and I didn't really hear of him until that point in time.
Yeah,
it's just kind of one of those strange things where it's like you just kind of started and it snowballed rather quickly. It's a cool thing with being connected. There's certain people that can kind of help give you a little rocket fuel.
Yeah, I've been really, really lucky because I am new. Like, I didn't know anybody when I moved out here, and it just all kind of happened, and it's just awesome. Yeah, really, seriously. Without him, none of this stuff would be happening.
Yeah.
So I'm eternally grateful for Gavin.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever told him that, but if he listens to this, I hope he hears that.
Big shout out to Gavin. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Solid songwriter and dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
It's so damn cool to see what's going on with him like right now. Like, this is very exciting.
Dude, I've been voting every day, man.
Yeah, seriously. I hope he gets that fucking car.
But,
Yeah, dude.
but it's just wild. Like, I saw a video. I also follow Cass online, Hale, and then and he put a little video that he's in Hollywood and for the Grammys and then there's Gavin. They're hanging out so I'm just like, man, this is real. Like, it's actually happening. Like,
doing the damn
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, so I was just like, this is pretty wild shit, man. But
the production behind those videos were cool. I watched everybody's little video, man. I liked the whole. They were really kind of connecting with people,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was that not sticking?
No. There. Yeah. But yeah, so everybody's been really great. Like JB, I can't say enough about how thankful I am for him.
Sure.
Just like everybody that's playing on these songs, because it's just awesome. Like making music is the best thing in the world, honestly. And
Agreed.
to have the opportunity to play and meet people and have friends now in the music scene here, it's been awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big shout out to JB. He's been very super supportive of the show and everything else too, man. He's a great guy. So big shout out to him and Gaslight and everything.
The whole squad, man.
Yeah.
Rick Wagner keeping the joint floating in the studio section.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Well, let's before we get going too far though, and all this stuff, I want to dial back. And you said that you got back into music. So I want to so this. I'm guessing you started playing pretty young, or was this?
Yeah, I started taking guitar lessons when I was like 8, and then that was all just very basic stuff, just your normal little workbook thing. And I could always sing pretty well. Like, of all the things that I ever have done, that has just been, I've been best at that. So I always just played, and I would do little stuff around like my hometown. I did a couple things in college and stuff, but I played baseball in college, and then I got my biology degree. So I was really busy with that. So music all just kind of got pushed to the side. So I feel like recently, like when I started going to the open mics and stuff, I had more time to just do music, because I didn't, not that I was doing it before, but it was something that I spent a lot of time with, and it all just kind of got put on pause. And now.
And where was all that at? Like what you said before coming to St. Louis, where were?
Oh, I'm from Colorado. So I grew up northeast Colorado, and I went to school in Nebraska, and then lived in Wyoming, and then lived back in Colorado, and then moved out here.
Okay.
So
you're playing and singing some and things, but when these songs you wrote here for this EP and stuff, is that also these are all pretty new, or are these songs you wrote a while back, or?
Yeah, most of the writing I've done has been out here. I have other stuff that I wrote before, but it's not, I don't think it's very good.
Yeah. So how long do you think you've been writing songs?
I wrote I played one in a talent show when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And it was called My Guitar and Me.
I want to hear that.
Yeah, let's hear it right now.
Yeah. But yeah, I write all the time. I've always written. I have a bunch of songs, but I don't, you don't play the bad ones. I'll present the songs to like everybody in the band, and if I've presented it, it's because I'm proud of it. So, but yeah, these ones are all. So on the EP, actually, like there's only 2 that I wrote like Tumbleweed and Jefferson County. I wrote. The Long Black Veil is a cover of David Frizzell, and then Against the Glass was kind of a conglomeration project. Like JB had some co-writing on it, Gavin did some co-writing on it, and then it was us 3. So but the other 2 are straight up mine. But
yeah, well, let's get into it. Let's talk about Tumbleweed. Since you bring it up, this again, Tumbleweed, the EP, available everywhere digitally, physical copies. I guess we can get them through the website, right?
I don't know if there is a. I don't think you can yet.
Well, you can,
but you can just message
start your course to getting the Tumbleweed EP through Jordan Suter.
Just message me on Instagram. I'll get you one.
We'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
But Tumbleweed, the title track 1. So what else you want to add around this particular track?
So that one. So when I write, I kind of chase like a feeling, And it was a Saturday morning, and I was like, what do I want to listen to? I can't find anything that I want to listen to this morning, so I'm gonna write a song about that I would want to hear right now. So that's kind of how that one started, just the idea. And then I started thinking about like feeling sorry for myself not being back home, right? So my dad and his brother and my aunt all grew up on Tumbleweed Drive, which is out in the boonies in Sterling, Colorado. And it's just, it's about that. Like it's all real stories about them growing up out there. And I kind of wanted to just have something like what am I trying to say? people don't have a legacy sometimes, you know, like there's all these stories that you hear and then it all just disappears eventually unless it's put down either in writing or in a song or something. And I was like, I don't want all these stories that I have heard about this place to just disappear when everybody's gone, you know? So that was kind of the mindset behind that. And then to have it be as good as it is now, like I really think it sounds great. It's a good song. Everybody did a really good job in recording it. It just means that one means a lot to me.
Yeah, man.
So
every brick that was laid, blood, sweat, and tears, we'd sneak on away and steal Dad's beer and bury the empties out on O.C. Ditch Road. El Caminos and dirt bikes, weed and tattoos. We were young and so reckless, we had not a clue. We wrecked all our cars and wrecked all the hearts of our friends. At the Tumbleweed, it's where they're gonna bury me, where I'll always be. Out at the Tumbleweed. Bill got drunk and he fell off our roof, so we drug him to bed in his snakeskin boots, leaving a trail of Mom's new shag carpet floor. Dad got pissed, we would hide for a while. When he cooled off, he would lend you a smile, a tough leather hide to cover that heart of fool's gold. At the Tumbleweed, it's where they're gonna bury me, where I'll always be. Out at the Tumbleweed. It's been 10 years now since I quit that old life. The comfort was southern, rage treat me right. Trouble would come, those troubles rarely stay. I'd like to go back to those rough, rowdy ways where we worked and we played. And so in our days, life has a way of making us all slow down. Tumbleweed, it's where they're gonna bury me, where I'll always be. Out at the Tumbleweed, at the Tumbleweed, it's where they're gonna bury me, where I'll always be. Out at the Tumbleweed.
yeah, that's what that one's about. And that's what the pictures on the back of the actual copy of the CD are, pictures from like when the house was being built. There's a picture of my dad on the back there when he was younger. All those old Polaroids. So
Yeah, very cool. I love that kind of like just personal touch. I mean, obviously, your connection to Tumbleweed itself, but then just having the whole package, getting to actually physically see it and stuff, and all, it's nice to get it. You get even if they don't know you, by the end of it they're gonna know something about a little more about you and stuff. Yeah. So that's what's my favorite part about getting those pieces of people through their music and stuff.
Right.
Like, I mean, again, I listen a lot. Not all of them are true stories. Not all of them are, actual events or facts or whatever. But it's just like, and so which is funny because like I remember, I'm a huge Will Hogue fan, and and he writes about all sorts of different messed up stuff in his songs and whatever, and but he sings it with such conviction that people believe it.
Right.
It's like, so they that's got to be a true story. It's like, and he'll sit there and talk about his family and his kids, and then sing a song about cheating or whatever, and then people are like, "You did that?" And he's like, "No, not all these are true stories."
It's like harnessing that emotion. It's like if you can feel like it's true at that point in time, then the audience is going to believe it.
Right.
Yes. Exactly.
But no. So but it's nice to when you do know that this is a true story. So
right.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great. Yeah, man, great tune. And you said all this was recorded again at Gaslight.
Yeah.
And so Kyle
played
Rick and
drums. Rick played guitar on it. There's some Dave Anderson guitar on there too.
We also got Jeremy Reedy on a couple tracks playing drums before I was in the picture.
Right.
He did a great job on Jeffco. Kind of made my life very easy. I pretty much just play what he played.
Nice, yeah. Well, and then is that pedal steel in there also?
Yeah, Dave Anderson did that too.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Tritone Guitars, old
he's
Dave.
good. He's so good.
Yeah.
I got something I got to get by to him this week.
Yeah.
Get my little Strat over there, get worked up. He's the pro.
We did a fun podcast over there a while back, and then me and Dave did one. Actually, it's really funny. Kind of bring it all in too. We did a podcast, me and Dave, in the studio at Gaslight, and it was like the week of Lou Fest when they were doing the Chuck Berry tribute. And
they were practicing in the back.
Yeah, they had the rehearsals in the back, and so like me and Dave were sitting in here talking, and again, it's the studio is pretty sound, happening, but when you got a 15-piece band or whatever back there, like, so then all of a sudden I hear it was Big Mike was singing lead on it, and then so you hear riding along in my automobile, so me and Dave just started laughing, like, and it all picks up on the microphone too. So we got like this like nice background music into the.
Hey, that's cool, man.
So,
anytime Big Mike's going to be a guest show on the podcast, doing some musical stuff.
It was a cool moment, man. But yeah, Dave. Shout out to Dave too, man. He's Dave Anderson's a bad dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Whether he's playing or working, he's a very talented man.
Man, he seems to be kind of a jack of all trades when it comes to the industry.
Seriously.
A dangerous person to have on the road with you for sure. It's like, let me sit in with you, or make sure all the guitars are on perfect order.
Right.
Or just have advice. I mean, I look to any of the elders in a sense in the community that have been doing it for a little bit longer than me. It's nice to just kind of be close knit and ask them questions, and then be so quick to just hop back with a response.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Against the Glass. You said this was sort of a project that kind of came together, and I really like this song a lot. Like, it's dark. Like, there's a lot. It's very
absolutely.
It's a tough. I think, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't. Not necessarily my story, but I feel like there's a lot of people that connect to this story. That they've been either family or friends or whatever. They can connect to these lyrics a lot.
Yeah.
And and it's like I don't know, man. It's a struggle, though. So it's like anyway. So I want to hear your take on the story though, and like that's involved in the song.
So Bill Martin is involved in this project as well, and he he has some good ideas, like concept wise, and this one is a story about his life. And I don't think I'm overstepping in telling the story, but like he mentored a kid, I guess, and he would have to go visit him in jail sometimes, and like that's what this is about, talking, you know, on the phone, visiting, and you're all the only thing, you know, you're not touching each other. As close as you can get is as close as the glass will let you. Right. So yeah, JB and Gavin kind of sat down and got this one started, and JB wanted it to be like an upbeat kind of bar fight song, you know. I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that's right. I think this is sad, and it is dark. Yeah. So let's take it this way. And then we tracked it, and what's on the CD is just guitar and a cello, and it's really pretty. And then Aiden Black sings harmonies on all these. She's fantastic. Yes. So it's really pretty. A beast. And it's a bummer. It's like, it's not a happy song by any means. The way we do it live is really cool too, and I would really like to get a version of that tracked and put out.
It's very powerful, and it moves. It's like a Lifetime movie, man. It starts out emotional, but man, you don't know how emotional it's gonna get. Yeah, you know?
I'm really proud of the way that like we do that live. It's a good one.
Sharing a glass, regretting the past, seemed like the thing to do. The house was rocking and I wasn't stopping, and I landed in the home for you. A night full of whiskey proved too damn risky when I started raging for you. We're talking fast, I'm pressing on glass, I'm coming home to you. Sit in the hole, watching them all. God says you've got a guest. Walked down the hall and sat in the stall. We pressed our hands against the glass. A night full of whiskey proved too damn risky when I started raging for you. We're talking fast, I'm pressing on glass, I'm coming home to you. The judge tossed me a bone, said, boy, go on home. I couldn't wait to see Jim and Jack. Walked back to Lefty, saw that you left me. The 5-0 might as well come on back. A night full of whiskey proved too damn risky when I started raging for you. We're talking fast, I'm pressing on glass, I'm coming home to you.
That's one thing about this project is anytime we play, I love playing covers and we have a damn good time playing all the hits and all the favorites. But when we start knocking out songs on this EP, it's like it's really easy for me to actually super connect with it.
Yeah,
and that's what's fun because man, sometimes I'll feel really corny like connecting hardcore with Tennessee whiskey or something. You know, it's like I can like the song, but to really feel it as deeply as I feel Against the Glass or something would be just almost strange to me. You know, it's like that's something that it's just different.
Yeah.
Well, also the title, but there's a song reminded me a bit just because it's and I have a connection to it, but a song called "Through the Glass," which was a Stone Sour song. Yeah, which is Corey from Slipknot also.
Yeah.
But anyway, which is what I love about Stone Sour is because you get the other side of him. Like you realize he's a great writer. Mm-hmm. And some of those lyrics are, in Slipknot stuff, like
pretty profound.
It's good stuff, but you can't understand it always because the way he's like singing and stuff. And
the delivery and the music that's going on behind it.
So a track like Through the Glass and Stone Sour, they can like dial it back where it's a little more stripped down and you can actually focus on with the message of the song. And so that reason I connect to it though, my little brother got in some trouble and it wasn't like he was in for a long time, but it was like a weekend or whatever kind of thing. But I remember him calling me and like crying, I want to come home or whatever, and that kind of thing. He like, and so I went. We went to visit him, and it's just like it's tough to when you see your family, your brother, your whatever, anybody that's locked up in there and stuff.
Oh,
and
totally, man.
Like, and that's what he's saying. Like you can't actually touch him. You got to talk to him through the glass and stuff. So like, so anyway, so it was definitely so that song came out right at the same time. So I really connected those lyrics. I'm like, man, living this right now. So
right, totally.
So anyway, I was so that's the thing, man. Like, I feel like there's probably gonna be several people that come up to you like they're gonna connect to those lyrics and the words in that song. So.
Or even if you can feel the sympathy for the people going through it, like it's kind of how I like to view art, whether it be a song or a movie or anything, it's like even if it doesn't directly relate to me, if it does, that's amazing. Those are things that are like almost spooky. Mm-hmm. But it's like if it doesn't directly relate to me, like can I still like completely immerse myself in that feeling? And like that's what art is. It's like it's giving me an insight into a completely different situation that maybe I've ever been a part of,
Mm-hmm. And
I could still kind of feel it to an extent to where it was like I was almost there.
Yeah, you definitely have to empathize, like you have to put yourself in that headspace.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm thinking of more like performing that song. You have to bum yourself out a little bit, and that's when people really do connect. And you could tell when you watch people listen to that song, they kind of go someplace else a little bit. It's cool. It's a good. I think that's a great song.
Yeah, man.
I like how we were talking about that before Shane got here. As Jordan was just kind of giving me a little bit of a tip on performing, talking about trying to connect and like getting in the headspace of the song. That's like it's so key, man. It's like whether you're playing Cheeseburgers in Paradise or something really emotional. Mm-hmm. It's like being feeling that it's going to help the listeners feel that too.
Yeah, and it's more fun when you are feeling it. It's like sure you're playing a sad song, but you're going someplace else when you're playing music. And I think we've talked about this too. It's like transcendent and it's like almost a meditative because it's all you can think about right now is this song, what you're doing.
Right.
You have nothing else to worry about except this task at hand. Everything else is kind of on the back burner for a second. Mm-hmm. And when you put yourself in that spot to connect to the song or try to connect as well as you can, like it's just the best, man. Music is just the shit, I think.
Dude, I agree, man. Whether you're playing or like, I know some people that like go to a lot of shows, like like Brittany Burney, for example, the queen of the St. Louis local scene. She goes to so many local concerts, and it's like, if people get the same kind of feeling that I get watching music as I do performing it, then I totally get why we have concertaholics.
Right. Yes.
I've been to a couple of shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like Shane's pretty a veteran. I wonder what your ticket stub collection looks like.
Yeah. Well, it's not not as I guess it used to be a lot. I used to add to it all the time, but now,
you don't hoard them.
Well, one, they're getting away from having ticket stubs.
Yeah.
Right.
I go to a lot more local shows where we don't have tickets,
Right.
Cash at the door or whatever, and so yeah, it's kind of been. I don't add to it nearly as often as I once did, but yeah, it was. I still have a bunch of them though, man. Like every now and then I have to like go through and clean my wallet out, and because I'm like getting too. I've put them in there, and then for the night, and then all of a sudden I realized there's 10 tickets in there, and I was like, all right, I need to get rid of these. And
I think I got a 311 one in there right now from the pageant in my wallet.
all right.
Old Tree 14 Brad Milloway was just like, hey, dude, I got an extra ticket. Like, who's gonna turn that down?
Right. Yeah. But yeah. Brittany, she likes to party too, so she's always out there at shows and
why not, man? That's one of the things. If you're gonna live in St. Louis, I mean, I feel like it took me a while of living outside of St. Louis to just realize it's like if you live in St. Louis and you're sitting at home doing nothing, then go live somewhere in the middle of like Nebraska or something, dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's so much cool shit going on here for really, I mean, not really crazy overpriced. You know, like you can go out and have a good time.
Stuff, you're not trying.
Dude, exactly. You know, St. Louis is a place for friends and to have a good time,
Sure.
We are definitely a party city. We might go to work during the daytime, or some of us at the nighttime, but you know what I mean? We get down.
Yeah. What do you so being newer to St. Louis and kind of you like I said, you grown up in the Colorado area and all that. What are some of your favorite discoveries so far in St. Louis? So you got a couple favorites you?
There's a lot, man. Like I really love this city. I owe a lot to this place. Like getting my job out here and coming out here. I just have always felt welcomed. So I mean, it's all good. I love the music scene. Like I was nervous. I didn't know anything about St. Louis before I moved out here. Nothing. I'd never been out here, and I didn't want to leave Colorado because of Red Rocks and like all the shows that come through Denver. Sure. I loved the music coming through there because I felt like there's a lot of it. Seriously. Yeah. And then I was like, holy shit, it's exponentially more.
I mean, here. Red Rocks will forever be one of the most beautiful venues on the planet.
And it's great. Like I can go back. I've been back to shows at Red Rocks.
Yeah.
But you can catch any show you ever want to see here in St. Louis. Ever. I mean, if you have a band that you like, they will be here at some point.
Yeah, for the most part.
I gotta say though, like there was a while there where the buzz was about don't go to St. Louis.
Yeah, that was a bummer, man.
People saying all the break-ins and things were happening and stuff. So people were like, so I felt like St. Louis was getting skipped on a lot of big tours. But
the media can really smash down on that kind of stuff, you know, and then word of mouth too. It's not just people being bad guys. There really was stuff happening, but
I mean, but shit happens everywhere though.
Like, yeah, man.
So, but what I was gonna say is though, I'm really excited because it seems like we're finally out of that. Like, and this year, 2020, I mean, like there's been some huge announcements already made of shows coming to town, and I'm like, it's so cool to see that. Yeah. People aren't skipping St. Louis anymore. Yeah. It's like so
new venues being built too. I've seen there's at least 2 coming in right now.
Yeah, I mean like Red Flag, I know for sure.
Yeah, 3 counting that one,
and then the one out west.
Yeah, St. Louis Music Park now coming in May.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be sweet, man.
But I mean, like you got your Pearl Jam coming to town and Bon Jovi and
those are huge. Those are probably what Enterprise Center shows.
Oh yeah, I mean they're all like. But I'm just like just anyway. But just massive tours coming through, and it's just like so. Well, I love my local music and everything else, but it's just exciting for the city and
Oh yeah.
There's also there's so many levels here, right? Like there's certain places you can go in America where there might be concert venues that house 30,000 people, so it's like you're gonna get your mega stars through. But like last night we had one of the guys from Fish playing at pageant,
Mike Gordon.
Yeah, so it's like to have venues at all levels to kind of accommodate different sizes of things coming through. It really kind of opens up a lot of different things.
Oh yeah,
and it's like I mean I don't know if you guys I would highly discourage you from doing it. But reading the comments on any of those things, like when we announced that there's St. Louis Music Park and a new venue, everybody's like, why do we need another venue? And it's like, why negativity? Like,
I like to think about those people as those are the group of people that, everybody went to school with some people that had a group of, nobody was really friends with them, and they spent a lot of time staring at their phone at home on the couch, bitter about the world. And it's like, so when I'm reading a lot of negative comments, I try to remind myself that most of that shit is coming from people that I would never hang out with in my daily life ever anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, my friends are doing better shit than to comment negative stuff.
Right. Seriously, how much time do you have also?
Right.
Go do something.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. We've got room for everybody. Like there's all these different sizes, all these different things. And the St. Louis is not St. Louis city limits. It's
sprawling. Dude, that whole area, St. Charles, the county.
Yeah.
Jefferson County, man. Mm-hmm. There's some great little venues in Festus.
Was that a subtle plug to Track 4?
I like the medium-sized stuff. Like, I haven't been to an Enterprise show. I don't, you know what I mean? I'd rather spend $13 on a ticket and go have a real intimate
Dude,
sort of
I've
thing.
seen Tool at Enterprise just because my buddy Brad, again from Tree 14, took me, and just an opportunity to hang out with my homeboy. And I love Tool.
For sure, dude.
But man, one thing that I can say is it was just like from where we were sitting was the sound was not quite as where it could be. You definitely lose a little bit of quality whenever you go to a stadium show.
For sure.
You get an experience, but it's not the same as,
Yeah.
I saw Black Keys and Modest Mouse there. And I honestly left her Modest Mouse set. Like, it sounded awful. Like,
it's hard to get. I mean, man, growing up playing drums in gymnasiums and drumline warming up and stuff, it's like, man, it's hard to get any kind of big, tall ceiling like that to sound any. It's unforgiving.
But Black Keys had dialed in pretty well. So like and I was down on the floor and. But yeah, I was like, I gotta take a walk.
How was that, man? Those guys shred.
Oh yeah, Black Keys are fun, and it was like they did a lot of the old stuff I wanted to hear anyway. So like that was like I felt like a lot of like majority of the Brothers record, which is like my absolute favorite. So, so it was a really good night, man. But yeah, I'm with you, man. I'd much rather. I've seen so many great shows. Even like you mentioned Tennessee Whiskey earlier and stuff. Like I got to see Chris Stapleton
really
in the Firebird.
No way, man.
Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So I've seen I usually catch a lot of the artists on the way up, and so I've seen them in small venues and these real nice intimate shows compared to seeing them with 20,000 people at the amphitheater or whatever.
Yeah. Man, I hope Firebird makes it back, dude. I had seen so many crazy shows there too. And the same thing like Chon. I seen a math rock band there growing up that was like. Now they're huge, but like seen them when they were like this big.
Right? Yeah, it's just, but that's the fun about going to, all these different shows and stuff. Getting to see people on the opening for somebody that or whatever it is. It's like, and then the next time they all of a sudden they're huge and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like
I'm a huge fan of the theaters, man. I love like the Fox and stuff.
That is one of the best discoveries that I have had here. Honestly, like
breathtaking.
Yeah, absolutely. Breathtaking.
You're just like in awe, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw Jason Isbell at the Fox.
Sure.
And it was the perfect. No, it was at
Peabody.
Stiefel?
Yeah.
Stiefel. Yeah. I think it might have been Peabody at the time.
They go through so many names, man. My buddy Paul Niehaus, shout out to Paul for being awesome. He forever calls it the original name was the Keel.
Oh yeah.
He was just like, I won't call it anything else.
Yeah. Sure.
He's like, that's what it should be.
I mean, that's what everybody still calls Riverport because they don't want to ever call Hollywood Casino or Verizon Wireless or whatever.
Right.
It's all the different names it's been, but
it's like maybe we can all pool our money together today and buy it and let's call it the Keel again.
Yeah. Yep. Well, there was the Keel was the arena, and then there was the Keel Opera House, which is now Stiefel, yeah. So Keel was that's what it was when my very first concert was there that I chose to go. Picked out to go to was I had my mom take me, and it was 1997 to see Matchbox 20,
dude,
and Semisonic and Soul Asylum.
So do you know much about like the Checker Dome? Like was that the same? Was it a different arena?
Another different, but I don't know a lot of that. Stories I've heard from everybody else, but
right.
Yeah, but no, it's before my time.
Yeah, me too, obviously.
But so now Keel since become Enterprise, so we're talking about. So, yep. Anyway, let's drop in Long Black Veil. You said this was a cover.
Yeah. So this was Bill again. Has he's connected to the Frizzell family. So Lefty Frizzell is an old country guy, right? So he did this one first a long time ago, and Dave Matthews has done it. It's been done several times, and Bill was like, "This is my favorite song. Could we do this as a cover?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's whatever." So this was kind of a litmus test, I think, on me that JB and everybody did, because this was very early on in this whole process. It was all kind of like, okay, you're okay, you're pretty good, like you can sing, you can play the guitar all right, can you do this? So can you be in the studio? So we're gonna track one of your songs and you're gonna do a cover. And it's like, okay, that went well. Now we're gonna see if you can do shows, like can you play a concert? It's all been a test kind of to see, like, does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. They've just been kind of presenting. I mean, it's a cool thing that's been going on with the relationship between the band and the Gaslight. They're just kind of slowly presenting opportunities, you know, as they come, and as you feel you're ready, because what good is an opportunity if you're not yet ready for it,
Yeah. So that was what that was. So that was obviously it's a cover. But I was like, let's do it different. Because originally it's just a slow, sad-ass country song. And that's how everybody else has done it when they covered it. I was like, let's change it. Let's do it totally different. So we tracked it, just bass, drums, and acoustic guitar. And then I was like, let's put some harmonies on here. So I had the track, and I had GarageBand up on my computer, and I tracked all the harmonies on that, and then I went to the studio, and I had my computer with my headphone, and I would listen to the harmony. I'm like, okay, play it, and then I would sing the harmony. I was like, then I would go down it in GarageBand and listen to the next harmony, and I'd sing it. So all the harmonies on there, I sang all those, and like that's I'm gonna pat myself on the back on that, because it's a lot of work.
That was your first trial and error.
Yeah.
How am I going to do this?
Yeah, exactly. So, and Rick, with the day we tracked the harmonies on there, he was like, "Man, that made my life pretty easy." He's like, "I'm glad you did that," because it was quick. I had them all done. There was no guessing. I was like, "This is how these are going to go on here," because.
There were few at the scene. But sometimes at night, when the cold wind blows in a long black veil, she cries over my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me.
And it sounds good. I mean, I like that one. That one's fun to play live too, because
Dude, I love that
when you
tune.
don't have 7 people to sing harmonies, you got to do it a little bit differently. So that one we rock out pretty hard on that one. I play the electric guitar, and it's faster, kind of like a cowpunk sort
Dude,
of
it's
song.
one of those tunes where it's like, sometimes if you were to like take a lot of sad songs and just put a really happy beat behind them,
Yeah.
it just wouldn't work. Like we actually were in the studio yesterday trying to do something similar to that, and it presents an interesting challenge. You're trying to take a song that's like not a happy song, and you're trying to kind of give it some kick-ass vibe. For some reason, that song
It
totally
works.
plays off.
Yeah.
I don't know the original song, and I kind of like it that way because I just showed up to practice one day and they were like playing it and like, here's how we're gonna do it, and then to come to find out that it was like a really slow ass ballad. I was like, well, that's crazy.
It's easier to do that too. Like when you don't know, I'd never heard the song, so I listened to it like twice, and I think when you're gonna cover something in your own style, that's the way to do it. You're not married to the original,
Right.
And you can make it your own. And so yeah, that one's fun. I mean, I don't know. Like if we're gonna do one, if you're gonna cover a song, you obviously would rather put a song that you wrote on an EP. But like, I had no problem with that one.
I think it's a
like, that
good
one's
showcase
sweet.
of showing what you can do with a tune, because
Right.
especially with the modern country thing, there's so many. We have a catalog of so many amazing songs that have not been used, and that's a huge thing for recording artists today. Is taking great songs and
Right.
keeping them relevant.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, again, check it out. Available everywhere digitally. And then grab a physical copy at any of these upcoming shows. Let's get some of these dates out here. You can, first off, Tuesday, January 28th, you guys will be back at Gaslight.
Yeah,
and
we're doing our Gaslight session. So that'll be like the Gaslight session will be 3. We'll play 3, everything off the EP except for Long Black Veil. So that'll be a video. And then we're also going to get video and audio for the rest of the originals. So we'll be playing all of the originals Tuesday night. And that'll be sweet. I'm excited about that one.
Hoping to get some live tracks to y'all through that, which would be cool.
And then it's open to public. Right?
Yeah, come
Come get some tacos and a brew or a seltzer water and enjoy yourself.
So yeah, if you've never been to Gaslight, it's a really unique kind of a take on a recording studio. The fact that it's attached to a bar and you can sit in the bar and enjoy as Kyle and Jordan are in the studio working. You can actually sit there and listen live and stuff and be a part of it. And so
They got the J Smuggs Gastro Pit is a new barbecue restaurant.
Right.
We got pretty good tacos and stuff.
Yeah, so come out again. That's Tuesday, January 28th. February 1st, you are at Game 6 Honky Tonk Joint,
Yeehaw,
which
baby.
right here in downtown St. Louis, and this is a cool space, man. I've actually went in there for the very first time the other day. I'd been meaning to for a long time. I've been friendly with Ryan for a while, and and all this was just tricky between work and industry and everything else. You don't get to do as many of the fun things you want to do and stuff. But I had some time to kill and noticed Hunter Peebles was playing over there. So I went over and hung out with him and watched him play acoustic. And
always a good show.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Oh, yeah. Hunter is very talented. And I got to sit and talk with Ryan for a while, and it was just a great night. And I took a little lap just checking it all out, and really neat facility they got there, and like real nice patio in the back still for the summertime and things.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's going to be a cool night, and so that'll be we got full band, and we'll be rocking all night long.
Yeah, that's a 9 to 1 a.m. gig, and that's a lot of covers. I mean, obviously we play 45 songs.
Yeah,
we're just kind of like the same, that corner right there, that intersection with the Broadway, Oyster Bar being right there. It's just, we're kind of feeling the need for what's going on down there. It's just come have a good time, listen to live music for an extended period of time. You probably hear some originals.
Oh yeah, well yeah, for sure.
But you're definitely going to hear some covers and some party music.
Yeah, that's always a good time. Like, people know what they're getting into when they go to Game 6. They go there for a reason, They want to listen to country music and they want to drink.
And if you haven't been there, you need to come on down, man.
It's fun.
I wouldn't consider myself a huge, if I'm not playing country music, I'm not going to go listen to country covers, but I'll go to Game 6 because I know the band's going to be top notch and the people there are always going to be having a damn good time. Yeah. It's crazy. It's popping.
Yeah. You doing any of that holler and swaller?
No, I don't say that.
They are trying to tempt us with they got the Capri Sun pouches there where they somehow get the vodka in there, whatever liquor they put in there. I don't know how they do that, man. They got to come down and find out.
Wizards. Yeah.
Magic, man.
Yeah.
So that'll be another good one. And then something completely different from that. We have another date we want to tell you about. March 25th, you'll be at Focal Point for a Songbird Cafe, and this will just be you and your guitar in a listening room setting. And you'll be joined by Cara Louise, Lacie, Cara Louise of Cara Louise Band, and Lacie Williams of Prairie Rehab, and Matt O'Toole will also be there.
But yeah, that'll be nice. It's fun to do more intimate stuff like that, because obviously you have your shit kicking party songs that are fun to do, but it's also nice to just sit in a room with people and have them listen to your more, I don't want to say sad songs, but your sad songs a little bit. Totally. It's fun to get on that level. That'll be really fun. I'm excited about all of them.
So again, tickets available songbird.stl.com.
Yes.
But no, man, that's I love that. I mean, I was kind of telling you guys off mic. That's I had a lot of fun over there with Steve doing that show. Just being a fan and taking it in. And I think my first time at that show was like Emily Wallace and Hillary Fitz, and I don't know if I'm forgetting now. But anyway, it's just like. This was super cool to have like this listening room thing here in St. Louis, and I was like, kind of helped me inspire to want to do my own version of what he was doing, and with my friends and stuff. So that's sort of the idea to start doing my own showcase.
Yeah, it's such a an honor. I just am really thankful and happy to be doing this stuff, and then to get asked to do anything musically. It's like, oh, of course, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. I love it. I'd be doing it here by myself anyway, and it's just it's cool, and to get to do this podcast with you after I've listened to several of them, and it's just I don't know, it's fun. I'm excited for all the stuff that's coming up, but
man.
Yeah, man, the Focal Point, have you been to that venue? Man, it's really cool. I was I didn't really know what I was getting into. I've only been there once, but I went to see Jake's Leg, and they were doing a special acoustic thing with all unplugged. And dude, it was crazy. It was I walked into everybody was sitting very quietly, and you could hear them playing unplugged. It was a total different type of concert experience.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm excited.
Well, this show's even different than that though. It's all on stripped down but it's 4 riders in a circle, and everybody sits around them behind
Really?
them. So it's truly how they do it down in Nashville with Bluebird Cafe and down there and stuff, and that's what he modeled his show after and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'll have to make it out to that.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
It'll be a very unique night. Like I said, very drastic difference from the honky tonk to an acoustic listening room and stuff. So,
Yeah.
But it's cool to see you have that range where you can do it all, man. You can whatever the job calls for you.
Right. Yeah. It is. You gotta.
Right.
We all have many sides, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many different parts to the.
Well, that's like with all the original tracks. We have songs like Against the Glass that are slow and nice and pretty, but then we have some that are pretty much straight up rock songs. Like this is a country project, but
Man, some of the newer stuff that you're writing, man, that's really where some of you hear some really just kick ass,
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited. I'm really excited for Tuesday. So if you're available Tuesday, come check it out, because I'm really proud of the work, because we work our fucking asses off on these songs. Like we rehearse all the time, and they're good. Like I'm really proud of them. So come listen.
Yeah, man.
And if you don't, they'll be on YouTube after.
Yeah, you'll be able to find them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, let's close this out with one more track. This is again Jefferson County. We that you mentioned earlier. This is also an original that you wrote, and track 4 on this EP. And so yeah, tell me about Jefferson County.
So again, like working in the crime lab, you kind of. That's another way I've learned about this city. So you learn certain things about certain areas and stuff, and it's not. This one's not so true as it is like just an idea. Like it's about pissing somebody off that's not afraid to just beat your ass, basically.
Sure.
It's like these motherfuckers down here are hardcore, and it's just that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's more of a party.
Population 7, a little slice of heaven. Everybody's living, every single person but me. I'm buried by the family tree. Crossing once, it's all it takes. They'll take you for a trivial fee. Fields go on forever. I used to be so clever. I don't know what's gonna happen when they drag me back behind that old tree. Her daddy don't care much for me. No, her daddy's an angel, but that angel's got some blood on his wings. I'm gonna die in Jefferson County. String me up or hold me under. Just give it all some time and we'll see. I'm gonna die in Jefferson County. I don't know just how they'll do it, but I'm sure they're gonna bury me. So say one for me, brother, then maybe say another. There's a shovel and some rope. I think the only chance I have is to run. This might be my last trip round the sun. It started out calling me baby, now I'm staring down the barrel of a gun. I'm gonna die in Jefferson County. String me up or hold me under. Just give it all some time and we'll see. Jefferson County. I don't know just how they'll do it, but I'm sure they're gonna bury me. I don't know just how they'll do it, but I'm sure they're gonna bury me.
That one's cool. I like it. Came out exactly how I thought it should sound, which is also a testament, or is that the right word?
Yeah,
a testament to everybody at Gaslight and Rick and everybody that's been involved. Like, these songs sound right.
It's nice when it starts in your head and then you can get it out and you're like, yeah, this is how I thought about it.
And that's why, like, I'm really thankful for everybody that's in this project too, because I don't have the vernacular or the like music theory knowledge to properly convey things sometimes. And Kyle especially has been very patient with me about that, because it's like, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say.
You're a super quick learner though.
Well,
it's like, as soon as you hear it one time, you totally know.
You gotta be. What was that word you used yesterday?
Oh, fermata.
Yeah,
fermata.
That's a great word. It's also an Italian side dish.
I'm from out of town.
But like these,
that was good.
Yeah, these dudes pick up. Like, everybody gets to put their little stamp on the songs. It's like, yeah, sure, I write the words and stuff, but when it's the final piece, everybody's. I'm not dictating anything. I'm not standing on a pulpit, telling everybody what to do. Everybody's getting to do what they want to do.
Well, with your songs, and I feel like with any really good song, it kind of has like a spirit of its own. Not to get too voodoo-y, but it's when you hear a good song, it's totally got its own thing going for it. And like whenever you bring stuff, like you say, you usually bring stuff that you like, so you've worked on it and tweaked it. It's like when it comes to us as the band, we totally. When you play it for the first time, we experience like the track, and it kind of has a really solid drive of where it wants to go. I feel like that's one of the things that I'm trying to pick up from you is just the intention in writing. I've written a lot of songs that have just been like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the ones that turn out to be good are the ones that like you have an intention with to start with, and you're able to follow through with that.
I think it's a feeling. Like that's the way that I tend to write, and not saying like I'm some fantastic songwriter, but when you're writing
something you feel good about,
like this is the way that I want to feel when I hear this song, or this is how I'm feeling right now. How do I get that out? You know what I mean? So, and then like the storytelling and all that stuff comes along with the feeling, but I feel the feeling is everything. That's the start.
The story kind of tells itself if you're in capturing everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. Well, we got the EP. We got a couple big shows coming up. But as far as the looking ahead for the rest of 2020, do you have some certain goals in mind that you'd like to do this year? Or
I want to finish. I want to have a full CD. That for sure is the goal. I mean, and we're ready to track a lot of these songs. So that would for sure be the main goal. And I just want to play. I just want to play.
We got goals for, not really goals, but it's more just like set dates to kind of get out and do some stuff in Colorado later in the year.
Yeah, we'll be doing a couple barbecue festivals. We're going to Kansas City and playing that barbecue festival the end of May, last weekend in May, and then Father's Day weekend we're doing the barbecue festival in Denver.
So is it the same? Is it like the Q? So it's just like the same thing as a Q in the Lou, but it's Q in other places. Which I mean, if it's anything like the one they have here, is very nice event.
For sure, yeah. And I think this one is new. I don't know how many years in a row it had been done here in St. Louis, but I guess the one in Denver is huge. They have it at Mile High where where the Broncos play and stuff. And then we're playing Songs for Soldiers. That's in September. So that'll be sweet. That's over in Illinois,
Yeah, that'd be a great event for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, we got some stuff. Nice anchor dates.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I think that's be fun to go back home and do this too. Like you're saying.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to do that because I did go back over Christmas and I played at a coffee shop there, and shitload of people came out. You know, because I never really played out at home too much. Anything I did just privately, just for myself because I like to do it. But to get the whole band out there, I think it'd be so fun. I really am excited to go.
I'm excited because it's always nice traveling to an area with someone who knows about the area. You know, like you're probably gonna get the good food, and you're gonna know the good gas stations to hit, and it makes it that much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Get Jordan's hometown.
Yeah, well, my hometown, I love it, but
go party on
there's not much to see out there.
Gonna go party on Tumbleweed. Man.
There you go, boy.
Right. A nice little shop party. Yeah, in the Quonset.
Well, very nice, man. It's been a ton of fun, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate the shit out of you, Shane.
Appreciate you guys. And again, big shout out to Gaslight. Hit them up for your recording needs and things.
Heck yeah, man.
Come on out Tuesday night and see what it's all about.
Yeah, it'll be a good night.
And again, I don't know if I mentioned, but you can JordanSuter.com, Facebook, Instagram, obviously get plugged in everywhere socially and reach out and let them know what you think of these songs and pick up this EP. So
I really want to. I want to get roasted.
Yeah,
like I want people to just talk all the shit they want about.
Yeah, actually, if you go to the Instagram page, people, he's got a post where he's got an open invite. You can listen to the EP and roast it. We would love, for real. Go ahead if you could give me some nice, what's constructive criticism packaged into a nice little roasting. That'd be great. I'd take that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when you know you made it, though, man. When you got haters, that's when you know you're doing something right. So.
Oh, right, yeah. So I mean, as much as we all try to be nice guys to each other in the scene, it's like the people that I'm really close to, I can hate on a little bit.
Oh yeah. If you can't talk shit about somebody, you're not real friends with them.
Yeah, it's like the pinnacle of true friendship, right?
Well, that's the whole thing with those roasts, man. They only roast the ones they love, so it's
absolutely,
it's all your friends just shitting on you. So
it's all in good fun,
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm out of here. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.